This is WMBD News on the Record.
Good evening and welcome to WMBD News on the Record. I'm Cameron Main. It's where local leaders get candid and big issues get broken down on the record. In the big beautiful bill passed earlier this year are cuts to Biden-era solar tax credits. Is this hurting the solar industry? We have William Grant with Sun Collectors in the studio. William, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, Kevin. Pleasure.
So tell me about your business, and was it helped by these solar, these Inflation Reduction Act era tax credits?
Absolutely. A little bit of correction there. So the solar tax credit actually came before the Biden administration. Trump's administration originally actually prolonged it until 2032.
Oh.
I don't know if it was necessarily his cabinet, but it did get pushed during his era. But yeah, the tax credits have been around for years and years and years, and they have essentially helped a lot of Americans go solar, not only in Illinois, but across the country. And the way that we utilize it is a little bit different than some companies. So we only do ownership with solar. So we're essentially getting your tax dollars back to you so you can put it into your home instead of giving it to Big Brother so they can do whatever they want with it, right?
Right. And so then where does that put you now that the big beautiful bill's passed, those tax credits are now gone? Have you already started feeling those effects?
Right now, it's the calm before the storm, I would say. There's a lot of people going solar as of this moment just to get the tax credit before the end of the year, because it is a process to get installed, right? We have to do permitting and then have Emeren shut down the meter, inspect it, all that other stuff. So it takes about 3 months to get people installed. So our deadline really to promise people that tax credit that they're seeking is at the end of this month. So only 2 weeks away, or a week and a half away.
By the end of this month, you say?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, and I believe most of the tax credits are gone by December, right?
Yep.
Of this year.
Yep.
Are you worried about the future of the business once that happens?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all people that run solar companies are worried, and people in the solar industry are very concerned. Luckily, us being here for 6 years and having the reputation and doing what we've done in the community, I think we'll have a leg up compared to some of these newer companies. But yeah, with solar, the tax credit going away, there are already companies around the country shutting down, and manufacturing facilities, more importantly.
Right, and I've heard that some companies have had to cut staff. Is that a position that you're at, or is that maybe only just a conversation?
In the future, maybe. I mean, ideally, we would like to build out and always pivot. We do a lot of solar service on our back-end side, so there have been a lot of companies that have come in, gone out of business, and the people are left stranded. So we do a lot of service on the install side as well. So always trying to pivot, always trying to make sure that solar has a good place in Central Illinois.
And so what do you think the future of solar in Illinois looks like? Because I know the state government is quite supportive of solar and clean energy, power plants and wind energy and solar. But now that there's maybe a federal back against that, do you think maybe at the state level that could be, maybe they could pass something that could make it, maybe there's not exactly those tax credits come back, but still give an incentive to go solar? Yeah,
there's a couple different points there. So the way the state level program is designed, in June of next year, there's a good chance that they'll reallocate more money to the funding of the state level incentive, which then would help offset the loss of the tax credit. On the flip side of that, whenever we have a huge consumption of energy, which we're having now, when we have these AI data centers, 1 million EVs going on the road between now and 2030 in Illinois, a huge increase in consumption of power. Well, if there's a huge increase in consumption of power and there's not as much production because you're cutting solar, wind, and all these other subsidies, then your price just keeps jumping up and up. So, everyone experienced a power rate increase about 30 to 40% over the last couple months. So if it keeps happening like that, next year we go up another 30 or 40%, I think the cost of living increase is going to make the tax credit not matter as much. And I don't know if that's by design, but obviously if you can get some of your tax dollars back and put it into something you own, that's always going to be the best.
So basically something needs to be done on energy pretty quickly.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. There's some speculation out there that we're going to have a 30% increase across the entire country by 2030.
Wow.
5 years, and that is massive. And if we don't work together on this, like coal, nuclear, wind, and solar, and to give us the power we need, we're going to be in very big trouble.
Well, thank you so much, William, for coming on. Appreciate you telling us what's going on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.